Hello and welcome to this week's video. Just realised that we actually did all the filming for this video and forgot to film an intro. So this is the intro at the end. We've not done this before. So yeah, intro at the end. So this week we've got the plinth in for the log burner. We've got the shelving done, the stone shelving, which is quite cool. And we've done a bit of painting. So yeah, here we go. Well, that was fun. That's the first time I've ever laid bricks unsupervised before, so don't judge too harshly. But I think I'm happy enough with it. It's level, it looks okay, it's not wonky. I managed to follow the line. I did quite funnily though, on the first brick, I actually managed to put, I don't know what you call it, you put a dollop on the side of the brick just before you lay it so it marries up. And for some reason I forgot to do it to all the others. In my anxiety and my excitement maybe to get it done, but I'll turn you around and give you a quick look now anyway. We're about 1 centimetre off the floor, room for the tiles, and then about a centimetre on the top, because I think we'll tile the top of it as well. We haven't completely decided yet, so need to wait for this to dry, and then maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. There might be a storm coming in, so we'll see. And I will get it filled with concrete. I made too much more to mix. So decided that I'm gonna start building the well up, or like making the well a bit more solid. So that can be the destination for any spare mixes for the next month or two until we get it done. Well, that is certainly a job to be continued. As you can see, the well's like not exactly solid at all, so everything's just loose on the top of it. So we would like to eventually get the whole top of it pointed, and we will eventually get it capped with concrete or glass if anybody wants to donate to the cause. It's going to cost a few thousand, I think, maybe even like 10. You can get this reinforced glass. It'd be amazing to put on the top of it, and then put some lights inside it one day. Right, so today is the next day. The plinth wall, is it a wall? It's just a part of wall, I guess, isn't it? It's all nice and dry. It's survived the kick test. So now I'm going to get a mix of concrete going, and then we will pop it in there. So there we go. Not too bad, I don't think. Pretty level. Well, the spirit level says it's very level, so we'll go with that. So yeah, used a 3 gravel, 2 sand, 1 cement and water mix. Unfortunately, I've helped Nick do a few floors and have got the rough gist of the little wiggle tamp that you do to get the air bubbles out and to encourage the gravel to the bottom to give you the nice smooth surface. Just noticed a bit there that needs sorting. I'll sort that. So yeah, now we wait for it to dry.
Good morning. We are just waiting on Nick this morning. He's coming again. We're going to try and build the shelf idea I had for the corner of the kitchen. I really hope we can make it work because in my head it's going to be really cool. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I've been working in the garden so much the last couple of days and I am achy. It's hard work, but absolutely love it. It's all I really want to be doing. But yeah, I need to have a good stretch. But yeah, really excited the way the kitchen's coming together. The plinth Iwan's done looks amazing. It's going to look so cool once we've got the log burner in there. So yeah, better get emptying the kitchen yet again. So this is how it's looking. Thank you, Nick. I was going to say for your help, but you basically did it also. Thank you for doing it for us. We thought it would be, you know, an easier job that we would just need a bit of guidance with, but yeah, the whole balancing of things was a bit more complex, but I'm so happy with how this is looking. What I'm going to do is make a render with a soft sand, so it's more like what's on the walls. This is with sharp sand. Have to wait for that to dry harder, so in a couple of days then I want to sort of put a render on just some of the edges to soften them. I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'll fill in this. It's kind of cool, but what would you put in there? And I'm just thinking of like dusting things, getting filled with dust. But yeah, this is really what I had in mind. I'm going to put books all along the top and then a wooden shelf in here. Yeah, and then it'll all be painted white. I want it to kind of look like it's more part of the wall. But yeah, I'm so happy with it. So whilst the sofa's out, I'll show you Iwan's beautiful plinth. So that'll have the log burner on with the chimney going out, but I don't think we'll do the chimney till the autumn now. We'll have to knock a hole through here. Look at that shelf. So next job we're going to paint. I do absolutely love this grey and the effect of the fresh plaster. I know a few other people said they've liked it aesthetically too, but it is a bit oppressive, the grey, so we're going to go for white walls and see how that feels. I think it'll yeah, I think it'll bring the room together a bit better. I just can't get over this space, like how it used to be and how it's coming together. We're just going to paint up to here. This is where we've tried to fix some bits that we didn't sponge very well, but Nick's now told us how best to do it, what mix to use. So yeah, just along here needs a bit of fixing up, but we'll paint maybe just this wall. We might do a little bit of here as well. And I just want to quickly say thank you so much to those of you that have bought us a coffee to put towards paint. Very much appreciated. We've bought a massive tub. Hopefully that'll do the walls, but we might need more. And then yeah, the rest will be going towards tiles, which we'll do on the floor soon. Iwan's very excited about tiles. I'm a little bit daunted by it, but I think it's gonna, again, just like everything we do, the room just feels so different. You know, it's less and less this dusty old barn and more a proper beautiful kitchen space. I mean, just like here with the light coming through that I can see, it's just gorgeous. So first thing we need to do is a wash coat. So you mix 50% paint with 50% water and put that on before we do the first coat of paint, just because it is fresh render. So yeah, we'll get to doing this one at least today. So we got this cute solar lamp from our friends Janine and Thomas, so thank you guys. And I was thinking I might put it up here on the side of the cabin for when you need a midnight wee. It's lit up, so. There we go, looks kind of cute. And whilst I'm moving my stepladder, the jasmine has gone a bit crazy and I want to direct it over here. So I'm going to get up there too, just smells the best. So I'm just going to make the 50-50 mix in this. Still got some water in. Well, so far this looks terrible because the water is making it all dribbly, but someone wise once told me that whenever you're creating something there is always an ugly phase, you just gotta keep going. So I think I'll do the other side and then I think this should be dry enough for the first proper paint coat, so hopefully that will look a bit better. So I don't know how well the camera is picking up, but this side is more watered down than that side. It's not just the light. I think I just needed to mix the solution a bit better, so I did add a little bit more water as I go. But tip for anyone doing this for the first time, yeah, give it a really good stir. I think it's almost dry enough to put the first coat of paint on. I really like painting. When I was a kid, my dad was in the RAF, and we used to move house quite a lot. We always moved into these magnolia painted houses, and my mum just always wanted to make them our own, so we always like painted them crazy colours and stenciled the walls, and then every time before we had to move we had to paint the magnolia again, so it kind of just reminds me of that. And it's funny because I was saying to Iwan earlier that I really want to paint like a big floral mural on the walls. He says he knows me too well and that after 2 weeks I would just paint back over it, because I do quite like the minimalist side, but maybe my rebellion against magnolia houses has come from my mother still. But yeah, it's quite a nice job painting, and I've got a really good playlist on, so I'm going to get on to the next one. So I think actually what I'm going to do is just put another of the water down coat on this side to make sure it is balanced out for the layer, and then we'll do that tomorrow instead. So. This is the greatest backdrop ever. I can't wait till it's done, it's going to look amazing. Anyway, I have finished that final wash. It looks a lot better going back over it, a lot more even. So I'm going to clean up now, and I'm going to end this video here. I hope you have enjoyed it. Yeah, the kitchen's really going together, and I think the next couple of weeks even more so. It is an absolutely stunning evening, and I think I probably deserve a glass of wine. So hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye. Oh, and one final, my tripod's a bit broken. One final thing I wanted to say is, obviously we're using paint and our grey water goes into the garden. So what we found is a really good way to clean the paint and then use the paint water is we have a big bucket, like a black bucket, that we pour the paint water that's been used to clean the brushes into, and then the water evaporates out of that over a really long time. I think it took like 6 months last time. But yeah, the water evaporates and then you're just left with the paint, which you can then throw in the bin. So yeah, that's really good. And if you're just using anything that you wouldn't want to go into the ground, it's a great method. So yeah, right, my wine is calling.